About 20 minutes ago, when I had only been waiting 10 minutes, I saw somebody get a burrito and he immediately touched it and it was cold. And he told the person, hey, this is not even warm. And they just shrugged and said, this is what you get. But I think we are gonna go talk to guest services about this. Hey everyone, I'm Trevor, and today we are at Disney California Adventure to try all of the new foods that are here for the Halloween season. So, let's get going. I'm gonna kick off this food video with an unrelated, non-food tip. Okay, we're actually gonna go get some breakfast right now, so we are on our way to get some food. But we just got here at Rope Drop, 7:58, 2 minutes before the park opened, heard the intro music as we were walking in, and started doing our normal thing. Walking back to Pixar Pier, figured we'd ride a few rides, then start the food tour. And I was walking by Cars Land and I'm like, wow, a lot of people are going to Pixar Pier for once instead of a Radiator, Radiator Springs Racers is closed until September 26th. 80% of the people entering DCA usually went to Radiator Springs Racers. Without that being open, they were all going to Pixar Pier, and Toy Story Midway Mania is having delayed opening, so they're all going to Incredicoaster. And Incredicoaster only runs one train first thing in the morning. Turn around, we're gonna go eat food. We're gonna let the crowds disperse a little bit first before we decide where we're going. So instead we are gonna start our morning off at Schmoozies, which has an opening time today of 7:30 a.m., which means this is open during early entry. That is a shocker to me, but Schmoozies is open for breakfast, and we're gonna grab one of the new Halloween foods from here. Well, actually two of them. And from Schmoozies, we ordered 2 items. First up is the Evil Queen Apple Shake. Now this is a matcha apple shake with whipped topping. That's literally the only description that they've got there. We obviously see some sort of drizzle on here as well. And last year, they came out with the Mickey Mummy Shake, and you've seen that on your screen right now. We did not order that this year. It is the one that we got last year. This is chocolate cookie shake with whipped topping, chocolate cream-filled cookie ears, and M&M milk chocolate candies. And then we also ordered the Ursula Enchanted Waffles. And this is dark chocolate Mickey-shaped waffles filled with ube custard and dusted with powdered sugar. So this is the primary item that we came to get for breakfast, and we'll see how it goes. Now first up, I'm gonna try the shake. I don't know how this is gonna go. This may be one of those items that's like a bit of a flop. We might have a couple of those items here today at DCA, but we're gonna try them anyway. We're gonna give them a shot, and we'll see how it goes. Interesting. I've never had matcha before, so I don't know what the matcha tastes like. But the apple flavoring is very subtle. Very, very subtle. Definitely not a strong green apple flavor or regular apple flavor. But it's not bad. It's also not as sweet and delicious as like maybe the cookie shake would be, the mummy shake, but it's not bad. Good consistency. Not too thick, goes through the straw just fine. Not too runny, not too watery. Yeah, I mean, I think you have to probably like matcha to probably like really enjoy this shake. So if you're getting this hoping this to be like the greatest thing ever, that maybe if you love matcha, if you don't love matcha, or if you don't know if you like matcha, it may just be kind of so-so. Now Amy's gonna give it a go. You do have to kind of give it a couple of sips, don't you? It's hard to.
I don't know even what it tastes like.
That's what I said. That's probably the matcha. I don't think either one of us have had matcha before.
I mean, it doesn't really taste like much of anything.
There is a flavor to it, but it's not like super distinct.
I mean, like you said, it's not bad.
Yeah.
It's not necessarily like, wow, I gotta get this again. I don't think I'd get it again.
I'd get the Mickey shake again, the Mickey Mummy Shake. That one, the one that I got last year, they have that again. I would get that one again.
At the same time, though, because it's not overly sweet, this one's kind of more refreshing.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't make you feel like, oh, you just ate, you know, a whole entire, like...
You're going to get that sick to the stomach feeling.
I don't think you're going to get that with this.
You want to give it a go?
We're all doing the, like,
Yeah, we've all got to try it a couple of times.
What do you think? Look at the camera.
I thought it tasted like pumpkin.
Not quite.
Here, bud, you want to try?
Well, he didn't immediately turn it away, so I think everyone's okay with this. Now, I've been really looking forward to these. This is a dark chocolate waffle, and it's got ube inside. And that's the part I'm a little bit hesitant about, but let's give it a shot. I don't know. The dark chocolate waffles could taste chocolatier. They don't taste super duper chocolatey to me. And once again, so this is probably I think this is only the second ube item that I've had, maybe the third. The last time that I had ube, it was the churros, the 70th anniversary churros, which I don't think are there anymore. And I got a lot of flack from you guys for saying it kind of tasted like corn on the cob. But I'm going to stand by that opinion because I still feel like ube kind of tastes like corn on the cob. And if you yell at me in the comments, oh well. But that's just the kind of, I don't know. It's got that sort of like, not regular corn on the cob, almost like roasted corn. Not just, you know, standard, but like when it's blackened, that's the kind of, and a little bit crispy, that's the kind of flavor that I'm getting out of ube. And that's what's inside the waffles. It's not my favorite variety of the waffles. I'd rather just go with the standard waffle, load it up with some, you know, some syrup, and we're good to go. We got syrup to put on this. Maybe syrup would help because, you know, of course they're waffles. But I wanted to get the taste without the syrup overpowering everything. And I wish it were chocolatier. That's my bottom line. Amy's gonna have a go. So we only bought one of these. There's 2 waffles. So the kids get 1 waffle and Amy and I get a waffle.
I like it better than the churro.
Yeah. I'll agree with you there. I think that's the waffle bit.
This is more custardy too.
Yeah. Oh, it is custard.
And
Yeah.
I like custard.
Yeah.
So
Before it was just a powder.
I would eat this. I like it.
Yeah.
Might taste good with a little bit of syrup on top. Add a little bit of sweetness, but
Yeah. You know, I didn't mention that it's lacking any sort of sweetness.
yeah, but it's good. I guess I do like ube.
Next up on our Halloween food tour here at Disney California Adventure, we're coming to Corn Dog Castle, and this is one of the more stranger items on the Halloween menu, and we could not find it on mobile order, so we're going to have to stand by it. Not too long of a line. It is currently 10:05 in the morning. And what we ordered from Corn Dog Castle was the fried elote corn on the cob. This is whole corn on the cob, dipped in batter and fried to golden brown, drizzled with chipotle aioli, and topped with chili lime, queso fresco, and cilantro, served with cutie mandarin oranges or a small bag of chips.
They're topped with cilantro is
A single piece.
a single piece of cilantro.
This thing is pretty big, isn't
This thing's huge. I don't even know how to pick this up.
So, I mean, you take a regular corn on the cob and then you fry it, so that's why it's huge. It looks like we even have the the skin here down at the end for picking up.
It's so heavy.
This is going to be really messy to eat, so I'm not going to film the actual eating portion. Okay, first thoughts, impressions?
It's hard to eat. It tastes good, but it's hard to eat. My first bite was just batter. I couldn't even get to the corn on the cob. But the flavor's good. I enjoy the flavor. It's just really hard to eat.
Super messy.
It's super messy. Apparently I had sauce all over my nose and face and chin and everywhere. So, come prepared.
Okay, this is entirely way too messy. So I took a bite now, and first off, the cornbread is really thick. Really, really thick. You could take a full mouthful, I mean a full bite, and still not reach the corn on the cob. And even then, you're smothering your nose in this sauce and in this stuff on top. It's all over your face. It's not pleasant to eat at all. I did manage to take a bite all the way down to the corn, but literally I had to get the sauce up my nose. That's how far down I had to bite to even get to the corn. This is, if you are the type of person that doesn't like messy eating, do not get this item. It will not be for you. I can promise you that right off the bat. I'm really tempted just to scrape all the breading off and just eat the corn on the cob, but then it takes away the flavoring, so the sauce on top, it's almost like a spicy mayo, I think they said it was like a chipotle sauce. Chipotle aioli is what it was. And it's got a nice kick to it. Almost a little like, the first bite makes you cough a little bit from the shock to your system from the spice, but it's not like overly hot in terms of aftertaste. I always like to mention that. Some aftertaste on spice, it doesn't go away. You need a drink. I haven't even taken a drink yet since having a bite, and I'm not rushing to. But it does have a little tingle, so that's pretty good. Even so, I would really struggle with getting this again just because of how difficult it is to eat. I'm even looking at it right now, trying to think of what I have to do just to continue eating this, and I'm like, ugh. I don't know. I think I'm just going to brush all the breading off and eat the corn on the cob. And I think that's exactly what we're going to do. At least the outer layer, maybe. There's still an inner layer in there.
Try to save the sauce, though, because then we can dip it in it.
That'll work. So now we're just kind of rolling it in the sauce from the breading, and hopefully this is a little easier to eat. Well, it wasn't pretty, but it was much better tasting. So much better. Doing that, I was like, wow, this is great. If they would make it that way just to begin with, a little bit of breading, if you're watching this from home and you're looking at a way of doing this, I would recommend that. Just get a fork, scrape off the outer layer of breading, and then rub the little bit of breading that's still attached to the corn into the sauce. The sauce is phenomenal when it's just directly on the corn. A little bit of breading adds a nice little texture to it, but it's not so thick that you can't even get a bite. It's still messy, mind you. It's still messy. You're gonna need napkins. But it's not as bad as with the breading on the outside. I thought it tasted so much better. I was like, wow, this is really good. Really, really good. Once you can eat the whole thing and you get all three flavors, breading, sauce, and corn in one bite. What did you think about our hack?
I thought it was good. And now I'm like, we'll have to figure out how to make something like this at home.
How would you get breading, though, without, a deep fryer?
Not the breading part, but you can still do the, chipotle mayo, maybe, and whatever cheese this is on top.
Cotija cheese? Is it
cotija?
cotija?
I think so, yeah.
Of that corn dog, the only thing the boys ate was the cutie mandarin. They did not want the fried corn on the cob thing. So they're coming over here to Boardwalk Pizza and Pasta, and we're going to get pasta for them for lunch. They do have a specialty pizza in here, and we're going to see if we can get a closer look at it. This is what it is. It's the spicy pasta pizza. And it looks like this is it down here. And that pizza has andouille sausage, ditalini pasta, tomato and vodka cream sauce, and fresh basil for $9.49. And again, that is going to be that pizza right down there. Now, we did not order that spicy pasta pizza because I've had enough DiGiorno pizza this Halloween season. We got one over at Disneyland. They're not great. So we're coming over here to the Paradise Garden Grill. And Paradise Garden Grill actually is not on the Halloween foodie guide for this year, but they do have some new seasonal food menus over here for Plaza de la Familia, and so we're gonna check out what's over here. One of the items anyway. And here we got the loaded chicken quesadilla with achiote chicken, roasted peppers and onions, topped with chipotle crema, guacamole, and pico de gallo. It does appear to be cut in half, but Amy's gonna cut it down even further. This is another messy item. It might be best with knife and fork, maybe. We'll try to do it like a normal quesadilla.
Good so far. I don't think I have a lot of chicken in this piece, so I'll have to try a little bit further, but it's nice and crispy, not burnt. You know how sometimes you can get quesadillas and they're overly cooked. This one's nice and light and crispy, and there's quite a bit of sauce on here, but it looks like it's the type of thing where you could easily scrape some of it off if you don't want that much sauce.
I'm thinking I'm going to be doing that.
So, yeah, I think this will be a good item.
So here's what I did. I just scraped a good chunk of that sauce off. The sauce is still on there. I'm still going to get the flavoring, but it's not quite as, thick as it is over here. And I wanted to make sure I got some pico on there too still. As Amy said, wow, that tortilla cooked to perfection. It is just the right consistency. Slight little crisp to it, but fluffy at the same time. Not overly burnt. I mean, wonderful. The cheese could have been a little meltier to me. Whenever I love quesadilla, I love the cheese oozing out because it's, it's so melted, it's runny. This was a little bit more like it solidified a little bit after the fact. but still pretty warm. Like, it's not like it's cold or anything. And I didn't get a whole lot of chicken at all. Even I cut it in half and ate half of it. I might have gotten one tiny piece of chicken. It was mostly cheese. So very minimal amounts of chicken in here. Chicken would make it like really, really thick too. Amy's saying that that's mostly in the center. So we'll get to that maybe in a second here. Scraping off the sauces were perfect for me. I was still able to get all the flavors without the overload. Because, you know, I don't like it when sauces overpower the actual flavor of the item. So I like the flavoring that it provides, but I don't want it to overpower the actual taste of the quesadilla. So I like what I did. Excellent the way that it was. Perfect blend of flavors. A little bit of a zing. Not as much of a zing as the corn on the cob. That one definitely had more kick to it. But even so, overall, this is a really great item. I love this. So far, we're having big successes here at DCA as far as the actual foods go. Sweets, on the other hand, the jury's still out until we have a few more of them. Wasn't the biggest fan of the ube and matcha. Both of those are kind of acquired flavors. Disney seems obsessed with those flavors, more so at Walt Disney World than they are here. But and then, you know, once again, both items that we've ordered so far are spicy. Even that pasta pizza that we looked at was a spicy pasta pizza. Disney also seems obsessed with Halloween being like everything spicy. That's how they make it Halloween. I don't know. But this isn't bad. Like, this isn't overly spicy, and it's really good. And while we're over here at Paradise Gardens Park in the Plaza de la Familia area, we came to this little crafts cart right here. And Benjamin got a little bowl of crayons, and he wants to do some coloring. You can color either this mask or the Dante mask. And here it is. Benjamin wanted to show you his full coloring creation. He did a pretty good job. I think he did great. For our next item, we're coming over here to the Cozy Cone Motel in Carsland. Now, we're not going to get the sopas. There's a barbacoa sopas here at Cozy Cone number 5, the pop cone. We were going to get that, but we're pretty full from the quesadilla and the corn on the cob. So we're just going to get the churro for the kids. It's a pumpkin pie churro. Might have one bite of it just to be able to review it, but mostly going to the kids, and that's going to be over here at the Churro Cone. And from Cozy Cone, we did get the pumpkin pie churro. Now, this is a classic churro topped with pumpkin cream and a pumpkin crust pieces. And let me tell you, just holding this thing, it smells really, really good. It smells exactly like a pumpkin pie. I mean, oh man. The kids are going to love this. Amy's like, maybe. Well, I'm going to love it, but it's not mine, so I'm hoping that they love it for me. I am going to have one small bite, though. Pretty good. The smell is better than the taste. I think my favorite churro, seasonal churro, has been the dark side churro for Season of the Force, because it had those like Christmas mints type dust flavoring on them. Hot tamales. Yeah, those were very, very good. This one's okay. I'm a big pumpkin pie person, but I'd almost rather just go with a standard regular churro. I don't know. It's good, though. Don't get me wrong, it's good. But this is also more expensive, so regular churro would be cheaper and easier to eat because, you know, it's not messy. Did you have a bite?
I had a bite.
You did it while I wasn't looking.
Yeah. I thought it was pretty good. It tastes like a pumpkin pie. So if you like pumpkin pie, I thought it tasted a lot like it. And I agree. Our favorite was the dark side one. I think that we've had because it's like a simple churro that you can walk around and eat, but it had a flavor to it. I feel like there was another specialty one though that I tried once that I really enjoyed, but I don't remember what it was.
They had a like a mint one at Christmas that I know that I really liked.
Yeah, mine wasn't that.
Cookies and cream?
No, I'll have to think about it.
Well, James ate the churro anyway. Benjamin not so interested in it. He sometimes has an issue with like if anything is touching the churro. So he saw all the like cream and dust on top, the little crumbles, and he's like, no. So we're just gonna have to go get him a standard churro. But James is loving the pumpkin one. Man, he's sitting over here just devouring the thing. So kid approved if you have a child that doesn't mind all the toppings. So we were walking away. I asked James what he thought of the churro. He gave me his typical good response. But then Amy added in some thoughts. She said, you know, I do agree with you. I think that a regular churro is much better. It's easier to eat. And she said it's warm. And I was like, well, what do you mean? This wasn't warm? And she said, well, it's not as hot as a standard churro because if they did, all of that like cream, the whipped cream on top would melt and start to get very runny. So it's not as hot as like a standard churro would be. So yeah, I guess I can kind of see that. Take that for what you will. For our next food item, we're going to Clarabelle's hand-scooped ice cream, and we're coming from inside the store as opposed from outside because we wanted to walk in the AC. Really hot today. This is the standby line. Maybe I'll check mobile orders, see if there's mobile orders available, but we do need to get 2 items that are for the Halloween season here from Clarabelle's. Actually, we are going to end up waiting standby. One of the items is on mobile order, the other is not. And that seems to be a typical thing to do for Disney for some of the more popular seasonal items. They will make you wait in the standby line for them to limit the number of people purchasing them so they don't run out quickly. And here are the 2 items that we got from Clarabelle's. First is the Witch's Hat Sundae. Now this is not new, they had this last year, but we have not gotten it, so it's new to us. It's your choice of ice cream in a cup, and it's 2 scoops. You could choose 2 different types. They chose chocolate and mint chocolate chip. This is for the kids, by the way, with a Witch's Hat cone and seasonal toppings. And then Amy and I are going to split the chocolate lava cake. This is a warm chocolate lava cake topped with a scoop of vanilla ice cream, fresh berries, and strawberry sauce. It's not really topped with anything. It's kind of off to the side. It's definitely different from the picture, but all the ingredients are here all the same.
I like theirs. They have hot fudge. I love hot fudge.
The kids are definitely going to town on theirs. They already, Amy's stealing a scoop. They're already eating the Witch's Hat there and diving into their ice cream. Pretty standard sundae for the Witch's Hat. Nothing super special there. So we're not reviewing that. We're just letting the kids eat it. I got it for them for the picture, basically. But we're trying this here. We did put over some of the whipped cream. The kids didn't want the whipped cream, just put it on our plate here. But trying this new item, the chocolate lava cake.
Chocolatey. It's good flavor-wise. I just wish the lava cake was a little bit warmer. I was expecting ooey, you know,
hot goodness.
Yeah, and it's not. But the flavor's good. And like the chocolate and the strawberry is good together because, you know, it's like a chocolate covered strawberry. It almost feels like it should be a Valentine's Day dessert though, not a Halloween.
Given how red it is, strawberries, raspberries, strawberry sauce, I'm sure.
But it's giving me Valentine's Day vibes, not Halloween vibes.
So we perfectly cut this in half now, and you can see the consistency of this chocolate lava cake. It's not a molten lava cake. And maybe that's the key. It didn't say molten. It just said chocolate lava cake. So it doesn't have the gooey, melty center that I typically expect. But again, I think we were thinking of a molten lava cake, and this is not that. The cake definitely needed the ice cream. I had a bite of cake without the ice cream, and it just was like, kind of so-so. With the ice cream, pretty good. Ice cream runs out really fast, just 1 scoop of ice cream. So the Witch's Hat has a little bit more ice cream, but it's also more expensive as a result. You saw the prices whenever we showed you the items, because you got more ice cream. I'd probably just go with the Witch's Hat Sundae personally. Wouldn't even bother with the chocolate lava cake again. It wasn't that good. It wasn't that like, to die for. Run out and get it. Just a standard sundae works just fine for me.
It was pretty good. I liked that it had raspberries and strawberries on it.
Yeah, not that it was, it wasn't bad or anything.
It wasn't bad.
I just think that I would prefer just a standard 2-scoop sundae over there like them compared to what we got. But it was pretty good still. If you really, really want to try it, go for it. Perhaps an unexpected food stop for us here, Aunt Cass Cafe in San Francisco Square for our next item. It's about maybe 3:30 in the afternoon, grabbing a snack. And here it is. This is the caramel apple bread pudding. Sorry, I didn't open up the description to read it to you. I'm a little tired at this point. It's pretty hot, so we're just getting some food, just sitting down. And this is the caramel apple bread pudding from Aunt Cass Cafe.
Try to get more of the center, because I think that's where the apple is. It's good. It's kind of like, it's bread pudding, but the taste is kind of like in between an apple pie and kind of like an apple bread, that type of thing. So, and it's warm, which is nice, because some of the stuff we've had today that was supposed to be warm wasn't warm. This is still warm. So, there was one of these other ones that I think I like better, but this one's still good. Like,
You're talking about the one from Christmas? Last Christmas?
I think so.
There was one that was really good at Christmas.
What it was.
You got it twice in the same day.
Yeah, we got it twice. But this one's still pretty good too, especially because you like apple pie. I think you'll like this one.
Wow. I just had a bite of that. A little bite on the outside, like Amy said, kind of lacking on the flavor. But once you get to the insides, where the apple pie filling is, it tastes exactly like an apple pie with whipped cream on top. The pie bits on the top, the caramel apple on top, taste exactly like pie filling. The only difference is instead of having that flaky crust that you get from a pie, it has the sort of dense cake texture of the bread pudding. I was gonna say, why did I forget what this thing is called again already? I've had to ask Amy what this is called 3 times.
Blame it on the sun.
Bread pudding. The bread pudding texture instead of the flaky pie crust. That is the only difference. Otherwise, tastes exactly like an apple pie. Very good. Any additional thoughts on the bread pudding?
It was good. The only thing I would maybe add that they've sometimes had with some of their other bread puddings is they've had like a vanilla cream sauce that's been on it. And I really like when they have a sauce on top of it, but otherwise it was really good.
The caramel apple pie filling on top was pretty good.
I guess, yeah, because they had that on top. They probably almost needed a little bit more of that because it didn't spread out over the whole entire thing. But no complaints. I think this would actually probably taste better if it was a nice, cool, chilly fall day. Instead, it's 94 degrees here today.
Maybe people coming on October 31st will be lucky enough to have a cooler day.
Maybe.
But October can still be pretty warm, so I wouldn't count on it.
I really, really wanted to try the chicken pot pie soup here.
Oh yeah, they have a soup here.
That was like one of my top items I really want to try for Halloween, but I'm sorry guys, I'm not trying a soup for you guys when it's this hot.
93 degrees?
It's way too hot. There's no way I could eat soup right now.
And just a little while later, we've come over here to the Studio Catering Company for dinner. Pretty busy over this way. Pretty busy. We're going to have to find a place to sit. No tables. Find somewhere else to eat it. But we are getting a meal item and a drink from here. It's not going to be everybody's food. We're probably going to eat somewhere else for the rest of everybody. But this is one final item that we want to get from the new Halloween foods here at Disney California Adventure. After waiting 30 minutes, I kid you not, 30 minutes, they kept taking mobile orders, they kept taking walk-up orders, standby orders, and they were not, fulfilling them. And they just kept taking them, and the people kept piling up, and I mean, they were fulfilling them, they were just fulfilling them very slowly. Never turned off the orders, so people were just, again, were continuing to pile in. I mean, it got busier and busier and busier as I stood there. Crazy. This is a watermelon agua fresca. So I'm going to put that on your screen right now, canceling the typical format just because at this point, not only am I tired from the heat, but I'm also a little frustrated with the very, very poor service from Studio Catering Company. So anyhow, watermelon agua fresca, they put tahini powder on top of it. I got a straw just to skip the tahini because I don't know if I'm going to like that. I'll take a sip of it, of course, first, so let's try that. Tastes exactly like watermelon, with only the slightest hint of spice on top. Let's just use the straw. This is like they took some watermelon and squeezed it. It's like squeezed watermelon. You know how orange juice is basically squeezed oranges? This is squeezed watermelon. Like, it tastes exactly like you're biting into a watermelon. It's watermelon juice, for lack of a better term. You might even be able to taste the pulp. Like, it literally is just squeezed watermelon. Amy wants some. She's like, hey, I want.
Oh, that's weird.
Doesn't it taste like squeezed watermelon? Benjamin's gonna get some too.
Okay.
He loves watermelon. Oh, he's devouring it. What do you think?
It really does taste like you put a watermelon in a cup.
So we did our best to show you the insides here of the Oogie Boogie burrito. I'm going to show you what it looks like before we cut it in half. Nothing special to look at here. But what we got inside, it's a carne asada burrito. They've got french fries, they've got chips. The chips are blue. That's just, some colorful theming. We've got some cheese, and I don't remember what else is in here. But usually their burritos are pretty good here at Studio Catering Company, but this thing is super cold. About 20 minutes ago, when I had only been waiting 10 minutes, I saw somebody get a burrito and he immediately touched it and it was cold. And he told the person, hey, this is not even warm. And they just shrugged and said, this is what you get. And he walked away disgusted. Like, it's pretty sad. And I think we are going to go, we aren't really complainers, but I think we are going to go talk to guest services about this, because I think it's ridiculous that everybody's waiting 30 plus minutes, they keep taking orders, and then the food is cold. It's bad. So just to report on everything, I went to guest services afterwards. Typically, if you have a problem with food, you talk to the actual place that made them. However, I don't remember if I said it already because I've explained the story a couple of times, maybe to Amy, maybe to guest services as well. But I saw a guy probably about 10 minutes into my wait who touched it, and it was cold, and then he told them it was cold, and they just kind of shrugged and didn't do anything about it to him. And then coupled that with the 30 to 40 people that were all standing in line, I just wasn't going to deal with it there. So I decided to walk it to guest services. They took my complaint, and I did it as kind and as nice as possible. Yes, I was a little frustrated, and I explained that. I said I'm a little frustrated, so I apologize. I know it's not your fault. I'm not blaming you guys whatsoever, but I just want to recount what just happened to us. And she very patiently wrote down the entire complaint on a piece of paper, said that she would let management know that, that there were tons of people all waiting 30 plus minutes, and they just kept taking orders. And so, that they'll pass that on to management. And then what she did for us is she said that she can't refund us because she's not the restaurant. That's where we would have had to have had it done there. However, what she did was she issued us a food voucher, and I'm showing you that on your screen right now. This is good for a year. Of course, all the important information's on the other side, and I'm not going to show that. But the food voucher's good for a year, and it's good for $20 worth of food. Now, if I buy $16 worth of food on the food voucher, I do have to relinquish the entire voucher at once. But since the drink was fine, the only thing that was being compensated for was $12.31 of the Oogie Boogie burrito after my discount. So really we got an extra $8 out of that, potentially up to that amount. But we do have a food voucher. It has to be used on Disney property, has to be used within the next year, cannot be used in downtown Disney, I don't believe. But we can, use it. We'll be back. Well, we can use it in any of the other food places. So they did compensate us for the trouble. Oh, another passing comment, just because I might put it in the thumbnail. The Oogie Boogie cookie can be found at various outdoor carts. You know those carts that sell like ice cream sandwiches and popcorn and things like that? Well, some of those carts throughout DCA also sell Halloween food. And there is like the pumpkin spice cream cheese bread, there's the jalapeno cream cheese bread, and Oogie Boogie cookie, and a couple of other things as well. The Oogie Boogie cookie is one that I was interested in getting, just forgot it, but I might put the little stock photo they've got on their website on the thumbnail. And I didn't want to go without mentioning it, just in case you were wondering where that was. It's in those little carts that you can find in various places. They really don't actually say where they are, but I know that there is a cart right there in Paradise Gardens Park where the Paradise Garden Grill is, and the Plaza de la Familia, like where Benjamin was doing his coloring. There's a cart right there that has that stuff. And that's it for our time here today at Disney California Adventure, trying some of the new Halloween foods, at least all the new ones that we haven't had before. Hope you enjoyed this video. Little bumps along the way, but it all turned out in the end. Thanks for watching. If you have any questions, drop them in the comments below. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button on your way out, and click the video on your screen to check out my Disneyland Halloween food video. We will see you again next time.